Well, Clubhouse One is the biggest and best. That's what our next guest is going to tell us. She's Samantha Curlin. She's the new recreation supervisor at Clubhouse One. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's your debut. You've only been here a few weeks, so you're getting the lay of the land.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your background? What do you hope to do here?
Oh, wow. So I actually have a degree in recreation, so I'm very passionate about that. Some of my favorite recreational activities would probably be hiking and camping. Really big outdoorsman. I think that that's probably where I have the biggest sense of self, the outdoors. In terms of what I plan on doing here is just connecting with the community and connecting them to recreational resources and essentially enhancing their quality of life through recreation.
Now, honestly, I've never heard of a degree in recreation.
Yeah.
So what does that entail? Is it a lot of kind of deep dives into like camping, survival, and or locations, maps?
So it depends. That was in my realm. My particular was natural resource management in the Department of Recreation, Hospitality, and Parks.
Okay, I see. I understand.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yes. So you seem to be like you're probably very well suited to help things over at Clubhouse One.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What are some of the things that we're going to be talking about in terms of like things you're looking at now and like the activities that are coming up?
So amenities that we offer at Clubhouse One, there's a plethora, a ton. Obviously, you said we're the biggest and the best. We have 6 reservable rooms, so I think that is a really big starting point for clubs to come and kind of have a stable point to meet weekly, monthly, yearly, however they decide to do that. With that being said, I also think that we offer the drop-in amenities. So we have like a drop-in lounge that serves coffee Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. I think that's a really big point for residents to come and essentially kind of have their social hour, meet up with people before their club, after their club or their event, et cetera. So I think that makes it really
special. And is that a
good
touch point for you guys to say, like have flyers in there, or have people come in and say, hey guys, have you heard about this? Is that kind of a great way to kind of get that
absolutely
going?
To make those connections between staff and residents, absolutely.
And what are some of the important ways you guys want to use, like maybe outreach or kind of get people even more involved?
Oh, well, my office is right there in the clubhouse. So, we get a lot of residents and people of the community coming in and just chatting. And I think that that's one of the best ways to kind of get a personal touch of what's going on at the clubhouse.
And what would you say your role you feel like it is? It enhance kind of the community members' lives, or is it what do you see as your role and the clubhouse's role in all of this?
So I would say that my role and the clubhouse's role is that enhancement. I believe that my quality of life is top tier because I recreate, because I have things that are important to me in the recreation field, right? So when you have, for example, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have a Qigong that goes out on the patio. It's 80 to 100 residents, right? So people look forward to that. That is their routine. That is part of their quality of life. They go, they get their coffee, they do their class, and then after they have their social hour, they sit in the sun. I mean, those type of little connections and stuff can make or break somebody's essentially day, week, month, life. It's those things that you look forward to and can connect with.
Yeah, and you guys also have the koi pond out there, which is kind of really nice, kind of like a serenity area kind of thing for that too.
I think I love the koi pond the most.
Yes,
fan? Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, what is like trying to maintain? I don't know how much. I know you've only been here 2 weeks, but what is it to maintain a koi pond, and especially in this kind of climate and outdoors like it is?
Yeah, so I'm actually only in charge of a very small portion of that. I get to feed the fish.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
that's the bonus.
We have an outside entity that comes in and actually maintains it. So it's always in beautiful working order, and just sitting beside it, listening to the water trickle, seeing the fish, looking at the plants. It's really serene.
I've had a chance to really kind of go through the building and just kind of maybe appreciate the architecture, the kind of charm of it. It's an older building.
Yes, so obviously it is one of the oldest buildings in the community. With that being said, I think that it has a lot of character and charm to it. The beautiful Spanish style, the lights, the wrought iron, I mean, the tile, the color, it's really beautiful. And that older building is just something that you don't see very often now. Everything's very modern, so it's kind of like being transported back in time.
So what adjustments do you make when you come into a community that is older, it's maybe a little more sedentary? So do you focus on activities that is more inclusive in that area, like billiards and, you know, koi pond and kind of meeting places? Is that kind of one of the adjustments you have to make? Because you're a hiker, biker, mountain climber. We're not going to climb Mount Whitney anytime soon.
Right. So what I like to say about that is essentially each person's realm of recreation is going to be different. So what I find fulfilling for me and ability-wise is going to be different than the next person, right? So essentially connecting with those residents and seeing what kind of activities essentially suit them is the way that you do that. So we have the billiards room. So maybe people want to come in and shoot pool. We've got a game room. They want to come in and play cards, you know, and then it really just depends on who you are and kind of what you want to do. And we have those available, multiple different activities.
And in terms of those reservable rooms like you touched on, what are the things that people say, okay, I want to have an event here, I want to do something. What are some of the activities that go on in those reservable areas?
So a lot of clubs meet at our facility, and then there's also like weddings and parties, you know, birthday parties, family get-togethers, all those different things. So there's really no limit on what essentially you can celebrate there. It's really just situational on what you're looking to celebrate.
And what do you hope, you know, for yourself? Anytime you come into a new job, you say, oh, here's what I think I'd like to see if I can do. Let me get my feet on the ground for a minute, but let me see what I can do. What do you hope to kind of bring to the table that maybe you could enhance or hasn't been done at all? Do you have any ideas?
To be honest, I would just like to leave a legacy here. I would like to leave a legacy for my kindness and compassion and my passion for recreation. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do, to make those connections and communicate thoroughly with what people want to see, what they want to do, and hopefully be able to move them forward with that.
Okay. And one of the things you can do to get to know Samantha is bring your dog by, right?
Yes, please bring your dogs. I love dogs, and there's been many residents that have come by weekly so far. So I've got like 4 or 5 in my rotation, but if you want to bring more, I'm more than happy to give some pets.
You know, it's a good hire when they love dogs. I love dogs. We've adopted dogs and rescued dogs for years, and it's a wonderful experience. Samantha, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely, thank
New
you for having
Recreation
me.
Supervisor for Clubhouse One. Thanks a lot.
Of course, thank you.
When we come back, we're gonna see Cole, and Cole Young's gonna be with us with the Sports Corner. Stay with us.